Paul Hollywood had a date with a barmaid almost 30 years younger than him, The Sun on Sunday can reveal. The Great British Bake Off judge, 51, wined and dined Summer Montesfilm, 22, at London Hotel the Dorchester. Great British Bake Off judge kept popping into his local boozer when Summer was working. Barmaid Summer Montesfilm, 22, recently enjoyed a date with the Great British Bake Off judge Paul Hollywood. Goes Reddit suggestion he flirts with Prue. Last week Paul and his wife Alexandra announced that they were splitting after 20 years together. And since the pair's marriage collapsed earlier this year, Paul has developed a close friendship with Summer, who worked at his upmarket local pub. A source said Paul and Summer have struck up a close friendship. The age gap between them doesn't seem to be a problem. Summer is only 22 but is very mature for her age. She has told friends that she believes that they could, in the future, become a couple. The TV chef is said to have struck up a close friendship with his local barmaid. Paul is said to have wined and dined the 22-year-old at posh London Hotel the Dorchester. The pair met earlier this year when Paul arranged a birthday party for Alex, 53, at the Duke William pub in the village of Ickham, Kent. Paul and his wife moved to a nearby £1.4 million home after he secured a huge pay rise when Bake Off moved to Channel 4. The source added after the party, Paul kept popping into the pub, but he only seemed to come in when Summer was working. The pair of them often sat in the corner of the pub just chatting together for long periods of time. A source said Summer acts mature for her age. Paul first met Summer in the Duke William pub in the village of Ickham, Kent last week. Paul announced he was splitting from his wife of 20 years. Summer is said to have told friends that she believes she and Paul could become a couple one day. Last week Paul and Alex, who have a 16-year-old son together, revealed they were divorcing. The pair said, "It is with sadness that we have decided to separate. Our focus continues to be the happiness of our son, and we would ask the press and public to allow us privacy as a family during this very difficult time." The source said the news of the split was a shock to a lot of people, but not to Summer. She had been told several days in advance about the timing of the statement. Sources say Summer was not shocked by Paul's marriage breakdown. Summer and Paul used to sit in the corner of the Kent pub and talked a longer period of time. Sources say her friendship with Paul is said to be the talk of the village. She said that Paul was not going to be around for a few days because the news was going to come out. Summer has always been a very attractive girl, but in recent weeks she has been making an extra special effort about her appearance. Her friendship with Paul has become the talk of the village. This is a very close-knit community and words gets around very quickly. As soon as she was told about the imminent split, she took herself off Facebook and other social media. She has also moved out of her parents' house and has rented a cottage in a remote spot. By Sarah White. Paul Hollywood's turbulent love life has outdone the tensest Bake Off drama. The host, 51, had an affair with American chef and author Marcella Valladolid, 39, in 2013. The fling led to a split with wife Alexandra, 53. The Hollywoods, who wed in 1998, got back together a few months later. He confessed in a BBC radio interview that the affair, which led to the American baking competition being axed due to poor ratings, was the biggest mistake of my life. Hollywood, who The Sun on Sunday revealed shocked pub drinkers by wearing a Nazi uniform for a fancy dress party, told BBC Radio 5 Live, "I did have an affair in America with my co-judge. It's something which was the biggest mistake of my life because I actually still love my wife." Hollywood, who was this month pictured at a charity event with former Bake Off winner Candice Brown, returned to the UK with his tail between his legs. She is obviously very keen on him and has been telling her friends that they could at some point in the future get together. She is a stunning girl and has a great outlook on life. She is an outdoors type and really loves her horses. All of her friends have been surprised that she hasn't had a boyfriend for a long time. She was going around telling people that she was dating a former professional footballer who she couldn't name. But it was all very mysterious as he was never around and she has never shown any interest in football before. Paul was seen kissing former Great British Bake Off winner Candice Brown a few weeks ago. The TV chef also hit the headlines last month after dressing as a Nazi officer for a party. Summer told friends she had recently been dating a professional footballer who she could not name. Summer's parents live in a £1 million home and run a tattoo removal business in London. In recent weeks, Summer has quit her job behind the bar at the pub. The source said Summer has left after she kept getting ribbed by her fellow workers about Paul. It had clearly upset her a lot and she was very defensive of Paul. Paul Hollywood introduces his latest cookbook, A Baker's Life, before working at the pub. Summer, who has 3 sisters, had modeled for a bridal magazine. 4 years ago, Paul's marriage was rocked after he admitted an affair with Marcella Valladolid, 39, his co-star on the U.S. version of Bake Off. Paul described the fling as the biggest mistake of my life. Although he was later reconciled with Alex, it is believed their marriage never recovered from the shock. Davina McCall splits from husband of 17 years after cryptic social post. Marriage wrecker Rebecca Vardy wooed neighbor in a short skirt. Richard Madeley gets tanned in Australia as Judy Finnegan is glum in UK. IMA celebrity viewers Slammy and Lee's dangerous bush ducker trial. Amir Khan's wife breaks silence on Split and his performance in The Jungle. X Factor fans outrage as the cut. Kelvin's break major rule. Paul, who has an estimated £10 million fortune, became a household name on Bake Off alongside fellow judge Mary Berry, 82. He was the only star to stick with the show after it switched from the BBC to Channel 4 and is believed to be paid more than £400,000 per series. Paul's latest show, A Baker's Life, is due to be screened next week on Channel 4. NTA's Red Carpet 2015. Paul Hollywood.